Welcome back, everybody. About to start the second game of the evening. Coffeyville men versus the Cowley men. The Coffeyville team is sitting at 4-2 right now, wins and losses. So they're hoping to recapture a win after the game against Pratt last weekend. Just some overall stats from the men's team. 12 goals, averaging about 2 goals per game. About 10 shots on goal per game, so hoping to see if those here pretty soon in the half. Coffeyville dropping it back. Looks like we have Walker Farrar in goal right now. Pushing it forward deep into Kelly's half and drop it back to the goalie. A little bit of a hard touch right there, but no problem for the goalkeeper to pick up. Trey Silman offering pressure. Michael Galvin picks it up. Luis on the outside, or as he is known, Gonzo. Now that is a great nickname. Once again on the wing, plays it forward, attempts to find Aziz. It looks like that's going to go back to the Cowley goalkeeper. A little bit of miscommunication there between them, but they don't have to pay for it this time. Sends the ball back to James Ingram, who drops it back to Walker in goal. Pushes it forward to Michael Galvin on the wing, drops it back again. Steady attack, taking their time. Looks like we got some play on the left wing. Yes, looks like he sees it too. That's where it's going forward. And just over the defender. Will he be able to beat him? Not quite. The intended target was Gabriel Trujillo, another one of our Venezuelan players. Not quite able to get it that time, but close enough to worry the Cowley defense. And looks like that kick is going to go over the defense and back to Walker in goal. Has no problem picking it up. James Ingram on the side sends it forward. Outside yet again to Michael Galvin. Pushes it forward to Trey Silman. Loses it, but not gone. It looks like he picked up just enough of it to disrupt it, but Cowley has it. Clean tackle. Brings it forward again. Bounces back to the outside. Takes a second to settle it. Looking for some support. Finds support in Adele and Saldo, not able to keep it, but that's no problem. Coffeyville can make another attack. Looks like that's Jonathan Borges in the back holding the ball, a.k.a. Gorgeous Borges. I'll make sure to use that name a lot if he can help Coffeyville keep that net clean tonight. Headed forward by James Ingram, headed right back by Coffeyville, headed forward again by Jonathan Galvin this time. Oh, excellent stop right there. Not able to do anything with it. Adele presses forward. Borges makes a challenge. Adele makes a challenge. Ball's still Cowley's, but looks like the ref is going to stop right there. Did not like what he saw. A little bit of a warning to keep things down a little bit. But, of course, no card issued. Not this early in the game. You'd have to do something pretty bad for that. Cowley holding the ball, getting ready for another chance to attack. Knocked out by Adele Ansaldo, who pushes it forward. Finding Mateus, sends it forward. I should call him Brazil. He is, of course, from Brazil, but we can call him Brazil as well. Trey Silman gives up the ball to the Cowley defense, pushes it forward to the midfield, looking for a run. Looks like if that had gotten through, he would have been in offside position anyway. Coffeyville defense was holding a pretty solid line. Not that you ever want to risk a possible goal-scoring opportunity on the linesman if you can help it. Cowley throw, but it will be Coffeyville's ball. Once again on the outside to Luis. Or Gonzo, I should call him. I'll get used to that. It's Cowley's ball, but Adele is not going to let him have it without a fight. Goes forward, James Ingram heads it up back to Adele, attempts to drop it off. Back to Cowley. Got about 3-4 players forward, 5 players forward, but not enough to do much. Sends it out to the wing, headed away by Cowley. James Ingram grabs it, pushes forward deep. Will he be able to beat his defender here? If he does, he won't have much help. Opts to try to bring it back. Takes the throw in, probably just happy to be keeping it. By the way, speaking of Brazil, once again, happy for any of the viewers who are taking this opportunity to watch us from Brazil. I figured we watched a lot of games at Brazil over last summer, and I'm sure you're happy to return the favor. We have several Brazilian players, of course. We have Igor Luczynski, who is our second goalkeeper. And, of course, we have Brazil, who is Mateus Ribeiro. So there is a lot of representation from Brazilian players. And in South America, if you want to stay there, we can go to Venezuela. We have 3 players from Venezuela. We have Gorgeous Borges in the back, number 20 from the capital, Caracas. Also from that same city is Andres Mora, number 16. Oh, bit of a heavy challenge there. No call from the referee. Very clean. Just that type of aggression that you like to see in soccer. Presses it forward to the midfield. Tries to play it forward. Is closed down by Cowley, but does not lose it. Keeps a cool head. Oh, I should have said we also have Trujillo. He is also from Venezuela. I almost missed a Venezuelan player. I would have felt kind of bad about that. Well, once again, James Ingram playing forward on the wing. Oh, that's a beautiful ball. Floats in just enough for him so he's able to settle it. Brings it back to Aziz Zuniga. Not able to keep it. Will Cowley be able to keep it for their attack? Oh, looks like he was looking for the man on the wing there, but went more to Walker than to him. But it's good combination play. It was good vision. Next time could be the time when they find him. I don't think he was marked when he was there, so he would have been happy to have that ball come a little bit closer to him. James Ingram challenges, not enough to knock him off the ball. Excellent challenge by Borges. Takes it away from him like it was nothing. Of course, it was something. Been very much in a dangerous spot. Pressure from Aziz, number 6. And James Ingram has just been doing all kinds of work on the left flank back there. Oh, it's not quite the header he meant to make, I'm sure. Has to drop it back to his goalie, who's under heavy pressure. Opts to take the easy touch to the outside, but is also under heavy pressure. And sends a very long ball into the Coffeyville half, being pressured by James Ingram, who pops it up. Attempts to slow down play, just enough for Walker to be able to scoop up the ball. Averts the danger. Again, if he keeps this up, he might be our player of the match. By the way, I believe it was decided at half. We all voted that Chipindo, definitely a deserve to win player of the match for last game. Very strong on the ball and overall. Looks like an attempt there to get it in, but the linesman is having none of it. He's saying that was a goal kick. Cannot win them all, Gonzo. Maybe next time. Looks like on that, we're actually going to have our first sub of the game. Looks like Trey Silman is going to come off. Believe that is Brian Gonzalez from Waco, Texas. I just heard our viewers in Texas cheering right now. We're happy to have you watch. Clean tackle there, but not enough to avert the danger. He is just shrugging off feet from all the Coffeyville players. But looks like it's going to be dropped out to the wing. Cowley opts to take the first touch, but it bounces harmlessly off of Michael Galvin, who's happy to see that go out for a Cowley throw-in. Looks like they may be attempting a long throw-in into the box here. Very long throw-in into the box, but looks like he may have stepped over the line. The linesman is calling that. You can throw it as far as you want, but you cannot step over that line. I think I saw that on a bumper sticker somewhere. Cowley continuing with the attack, and looks like it is going to go out for a Coffeyville throw-in. Showing that same sort of aggression we saw in the last half. In the last game. Definitely have not let up on all of the action here tonight. Ball darts back to Michael Galvin, who drops it back to Jonathan Borges. Looks for someone, plays it forward to the wing. Gets a head on it. Just out of the reach of Brazil, and Adele plays it forward. Seemed like that Cowley player just kind of fell over and happened to land on the ball, but does not do him any good. Goes back out to the wing to Michael Galvin, drops it back for Walker to recollect, to regroup, prepare for another attack. And it looks like it is stolen by Cowley, who opts to send it right back to Walker. I guess they felt bad and wanted to give us one more try at it. We'll take it. Drops it back to Brazil, who's able to pick it up, sends it to Adel Ansaldo, El Crack as he's called. Oh, there's no way he's not offsides, and the linesman agrees with me, thankfully. Otherwise, that would have been very dangerous. We've got a pretty good view of offsides from up here in the press box, but of course the linesman always has the best view, lined up with the last defender, as he so often is. Ball goes to Conzo on the outside. It's a bit of a roar from the crowd as that happened. I'm going to assume that was in support of him. Look at that, just applying so much pressure, but he is not dissuaded. Look at that lovely flick over the ball as he sends it forward. You can tell he wants to gain something from that. He's worked hard. He doesn't want to just give it up. Comes back to him, but it looks like it travels over the line. All that play amounted to nothing. Such fancy footwork. I hope that the Coffeyville players notice that he's going to be a danger on that side. And it looks like we've got a substitution. I believe that is Brazil coming off, number 10, Luis Leal. Gonzo coming off as well. And settling in for another Coffeyville throw. Also my favorite phrase to say. Sends it back smoothly to Gorgeous Borges. Oof. A little bit of a mistouch there. Could have been dangerous and gets it right back. No pressure. James Ingram on the outside drops it back to Walker for the cautious play. Looks like Coffeyville slowly trying to break Cowley down. It's going to keep pressing, getting everyone back, getting one into position, attempting to find a chink in that armor, and will that do it? No, a little too strong. The goalie's going to be able to field that. Aziz Zuniga was pressuring on that, almost got it. That almost is only good enough in horseshoes. Number 15 on the wing yet again, was able to close him down, but at the cost of, I believe, the second cross of the game. And they opt to take it near, put it right back out. Just makes you wonder why they took it near in the first place, but I'm sure they had a plan. Just did not come to fruition. I've always wondered about those near corners. Seems like if your purpose is to draw out one of their defenders, but you're sacrificing someone in the box. So at best you break even. Oh, wow, look at that touch. Not able to get it under control. It's number 15 again. Oh, very clean there, but Walker makes a good decision to come out. Not going to let that go through. If he had, it would have been very, very dangerous for him. That's perhaps the biggest decision that a keeper has to make. Do I come outside the box? Do I pressure? Do I run at them? Or do I drop back and play it safe? Sometimes playing it safe is just the easiest way to get scored on as a goalkeeper. James Ingram attempts to send it forward to Aziz Zuniga, and looks like that is a foul on Coffeyville. I believe that is the second one that's been called on them, possibly the third. From a pretty good distance out, but not at a safe distance for CCC. If he just floats it in behind that line, it would just take a little bit. See Walker pull back, realizes there's nothing he can do there. Cowley keeps the ball, sends in a cross. It's too high up for them to get any good power on it. Board just heads it out. Attempting to find Brandon Contreras on the outside. Ball's once again played forward by Coffeyville. Can they find something in this? No, it's broken down yet again. Cowley deadly on the counterattack. Adele is not going to leave that one behind. Still not going to leave it behind. He's going to make sure that Cowley player knows that he is there. He's not going anywhere. Ooh, ball played into the center. Just barely managed to clear it. Goes to the outside to, I believe, Josh Claybaugh from Kansas, since we should mention another homegrown player. Cowley on the attack again, as they have so often been on that dangerous wing. Whew, just enough of a deflection to take the power away, and opts to kick it right into him, which I don't think he was expecting, but Walker fields it. Takes a line drive, catches it right in the chest, no problem. He's telling everyone to press up. He wants to hit it long. Might be a wise choice at this time. Looks like the short balls are not getting it. Ball goes outside to Brandon Contreras. Not able to move it forward. Cowley on the attack once again. It's a smart clearance there from Jonathan Galvin. No sense taking any risks when you're inside the 18. And looks like we're about at 25 minutes left in this half. There's been no lack of action, but a lack of goals. I have a feeling that might change soon. High Throw in, off of James Ingram, finds no trouble with it. Not high enough, apparently. All right, looks like we've got a Coffeyville attack on. Opts to take a quick throw in, and we'll take another throw in. Happy to keep the defenders on their toes. Got Josh Claybaugh out on the wing, not coming to him this time, although he looks like he's waiting for his opportunity. Excellent touch from Michael Galvin. There he is on the wing. Now he gets his chance. Oh, just not enough power on that. If you're going to cross it or shoot it, you're going to need a little bit more power than that. James Ingram going again on the left, drops it to Daniel Johnson, tries to play it forward, runs into that brick wall. That is the Cowley midfield. Broken down so many Coffeyville attacks, but it's still on. Nice tackle there. Tries to get it away. Goes to Aziz Zuniga in the middle. Couldn't quite get a foot on it, but that's fine. It goes back to Walker. Gives them time to develop another play. Drops it forward. Jonathan Borges. Sends it to the outside to Michael Galvin. Looks like the Coffeyville defense is content to wait for Cowley to commit some men forward. Create a gap. And a gap they attempt to create. That touch. He may regret that one from an onside position. Volleys, but just through the field goal. Wrong sport. That would have been an amazing 3 points. But for now, we'll just have to wait for the next one. Not a bad volley from Josh Claybaugh. The second time he's had some work to do on the wings. Play has mostly stuck to the far side of the field for us. Maybe that's why he was smelling his chances. Looks like we have some substitutions from Coffeyville. A couple new players on, a couple pairs of fresh legs. Looks like Lane has come on the left side of the field. Number 11 from Independence, Kansas. I can say that word. Still scoreless with just under 22 minutes left to go in the first half. Still scoreless, but definitely not boring. Looks like they're going to opt to try to send it all the way up the field. And that is not going to fall far enough to cause Coffeyville too many problems. Looks like Josh Claybaugh was beaten on that, but no problem. Dropped off by Mateus. Brazil is back on the field. I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief. And looks like we've got a Cowley sub there, all done, ready to go. Lane Schicky knocked off the ball there. Borges shepherds the ball out to earn Coffeyville a goal kick. And a few seconds more of safety and another chance to start the attack. He has options. He can choose to go long. He can go to Michael Galvin near. Looks like he is going to just go near to Michael Galvin. No problem with that. Josh Claybaugh on the wing again. And looks like it's pressed forward. Oh, just behind his back. He was not ready for that. He was expecting to be played on. Whoa, I think the referee's not going to be happy with that. Little too much contact for his taste. I believe that was James Ingram having the foul called on him there. I think we may have already had the combined number of fouls that we saw in the women's game just here in this first 25 minutes or so. Of course, we have a different center ref for this game. And it's into the box. Oof. Could have been dangerous, but Walker is happy to snag it. Drops it behind. Very slick. You don't often see that. Sends it forward to Adele. Whoa. Takes a heavy challenge right there. Still no cards have been shown in this first half. Probably have to see a player warned at least once and then have at least one other foul besides that, but you never know. Goes to Michael Galvin on the outside, who attempts to cross it in. Doesn't find any Coffeyville players, unfortunately. Adele challenging again, enough to force a mistake. Looks like they're going to drop back to Walker again. This time he's receiving some pressure from Cowley. Does not faze him at all. Sends it to the wing and has actually managed to keep it in. That was actually pretty amazing right there. That's what you want to see. James Ingram again on the wing. Sends it to Daniel Johnson. Back to Gorgeous Borges. Michael Galvin on the outside. Back to Daniel Johnson. Back to Borges. Again, content to play it safe. No reason to do anything too risky here this early in the game. Sends it forward to Lane. Schicky still playing it forward to Borges. He's playing deep. Will he be able to do anything with it? Well, he's definitely not going to let that guy get it without a fight, so he's going to drop back to his position there. It's about as far forward as you ever see a defender go. Looks like we're doing some substitutions here from both teams. Looks like Josh Claybaugh will be coming off. A long throw-in into the box. Attempts to drop it off for Adele. Can't get quite the best touch on it. Nice play by Borges, but it looks like Cowley is taking it. They've got the numbers, but James Ingram gets it. Not enough to knock it out. Not going to let it go that easily, though. And I believe, is that a Coffeyville throw? Looks like it is. Good. I'm pretty sure that James Ingram knew that if he let that ball get past him again, there was going to be an excellent chance for Cowley to have an attack, and they had the numbers. They were far forward. So if you make a mistake, you have to correct it immediately, and that's exactly what he did. And if you correct it, then, hey, no harm, no foul. Oh, speaking of foul, it's a bit of a dangerous play on him right there. Seemed to miss the ball completely and just caught him on his ankle, but he'll be getting up. He's a big guy. He can take a few hits. Not afraid for Jonathan Borges. Walker sends it forward and on the wing, but that's a little bit high for him to get ahead on that. Luckily, Cowley was nice enough to give it to him. Guess I felt bad. Lane, Schicky drops it back. Adele drops it in, drops it to the wing. A bit of a heavy touch there, but not over, not out. He's got some help. Still not over. Still plenty of time. Lane Schicky captures it, turns, fires. Just batted away by the Cowley goalkeeper. I was getting so excited. I thought that was it. But there's still a corner on. I believe this may be Coffeyville's first corner of the game. They spent most of the first half in their own half, but that is changing. Looks like he's going to take the one that arcs towards the goal. Statistically, those do score more often. I always like to see it. It arcs toward, just over his head, but Adele has it. He's probably going to send it right back in if he can find some help. Oh, no foul, says the referee. Too bad. That one was maybe a little less blatant than the one we saw in the women's game, but there was still that chance. But, as always, it comes back to the center referee. Once they've made their decision, you have to live with it. You have to keep playing. So Coffeyville, again, tries an attack. Michael Galvin on the outside, attempts to press it forward, loses it, and is able to knock it out to avert any danger for now. Nice challenge right there, but looks like there's no call there either, unfortunately, for Coffeyville. That is in a dangerous spot for Coffeyville. So no call for Gabrielle Trujillo, but Cowley does get a call. And Coffeyville players are not happy about that. It did seem a bit on the soft side, but I'm going to assume he could see it better than I could up here in the press box. The question is, can Cowley make something come of it? Is he going to try to rocket it in? Is he going to try to float it over? He opts for the rocket, and Walker is probably happy that he did. He grabs it with no trouble while Cowley is pressed up. Coffeyville's going to try to make a quick attack to the left wing. Drops it back to Lane Schicky, who's going to try to drop it in to Adele. Just past him, but wow, that was looking good. Back to Jonathan Borges. No pressure. Cowley defense seems to be content to let CCC play with it in their own half. While you may think sometimes that is a good thing, every once in a while, that just gives them time to look for the perfect runner. Acres of space for Jonathan Borges to work before he's finally closed down. Drops it to Daniel Johnson. Attempts to push it forward to Adele Ansaldo. Lane Schicky offering pressure. Excellent header. Trying to push it over. Can he get it? Oh, he kept it. Can't turn with it there. He got his call. Looks like a call that he is happy to get. Coffeyville free kick from Gabrielle Trujillo. Looks like the referee is calling offsides for that one. Just about 12 minutes remaining in this half. Still 0-0 here at Veterans Stadium. Would not be surprised to see it not end 0-0 at half. Borges presses forward, gets a foot on it. Beaten by the Coffeyville player, but not out. Surrounded by 4 Coffeyville players who are not going to let him get away with it easy, but he does. Daniel Johnson applying pressure, knocked into the box. Whew, that could have been dangerous, but Walker picks it up again. He has been steady this half. He's been a rock for the Coffeyville defense. Have not had to worry with him back there. Michael Galvin drops it back to Lane on the outside. Brings it forward to Gabrielle Trujillo, who you're probably not going to get away with that. That is the yellow card, I believe. Yeah. Seemed like he felt a bit frustrated at losing that, and that's what happens. When you get frustrated, you tend to pick up a card. And so, of course, at this level of play, if you get a card, you have to immediately be subbed off. So he'll take a break. Time to get something to drink. And Brandon Contreras comes on for him. While it is the beautiful game, you every once in a while will see Not everything has to be beautiful. Still exciting, though. Cowley sends it forward. Not able to find anyone, but Coffeyville defense headed away cleanly by Jonathan Gallivan. Looks like they're setting up for another long throw, perhaps. Oh, no, they had a player peel off. Look for his chance. Oh, that was another foul called on Coffeyville. Far be it for any of us to second guess the calls of the center referee. We'll just assume that hit was a lot harder than it looked from up here. Crossed into the box. Walker snags it again, averting danger. Once again saved. Once again, no worries for him. To Daniel Johnson. On the outside to Trey Silman. Pushed forward. Oh, he's not able to shepherd it outside. Back to Lane. Schicky off the defender, fired into the box. No one there to pick it up, even if it had gone through the Cowley defense. Still, aggressive play. Knocking on the door, asking a few questions. I don't want the Cowley goalie to feel like he's not going to have any action this game. It's Michael Gallivan to Daniel Johnson and back. Back to Borges. Sends a very long ball forward and to the wing. Oh, he might regret that touch. Oh, look at that. Just across the face of goal. They're going to be very happy to get away with that with just a throw-in. I believe that was Mateus right there with the attempted shot, number 10, Brazil. You know they tasted that too. They wanted that so badly. Throw in from Michael Gallivan. Sends it into the center, finds Daniel Johnson, drops it back to Gorgeous Borges. Opts to play it forward. Don't know if he meant to bank it off of a player like that, but it did have a chance of creating something. Oh, James Ingram shoves that off like it's nothing. He's going to play all the way forward, and it's coming to the outside. Oh, will he regret that touch? Falling in the box. Looks like no contact that the referee is going to be upset about, but wow, that defender almost made a touch that he would have regretted for the rest of the night. Coffeyville's dropping back into defense. Looks like there's still a Cowley player on the ground, but the referee does not see him on the far side. And it looks like that is a goal from Cowley. They're going to be glad that play did not stop. Looks like he may need the Mia-Her treatment here. Of course, time is stopped. There's no stoppage time at this level. They just opt to stop the time. So while we wait for them to tend to the player, for the physios to do their job, once again, thanks for joining us. Happy to have as many viewers as we have around the world right now cheering on the Red Ravens. And, well, I was about to say we may have some Cowley viewers too, but they actually have their own stream. We're actually happy to have more teams with their own stream. So maybe when there is an away game, we can have a chance to watch the Red Ravens play there as well. I'm always depressed on the weekend when I cannot watch those away games. I don't know about you guys. In case you missed that contact that put him down, it was a contact with James Ingram, the one that almost led to a goal-scoring attempt. He never got up from that, I believe. So we're talking about international players earlier. Mentioned a lot of players from South America. Have some players from across the pond as well. James Ingram, of course, steadfast in the defensive role from Ashbourne, England. We also have Ryan Curley, number 14, from Doncaster, England. Daniel Johnson from Derbyshire, England, quite possibly one of the best English town names I've ever heard of. So we have a wide representation tonight on the team. And if you are fans of English football, and who isn't, then hopefully we can see that same level from them tonight. Actually, as far as the Premier League is concerned, it's about 30% English players, which you might not sound, that might not sound like that's very much, but when you have an international league, 30% is actually over-representation from the English people. There's often calls to make it more English, but it's actually quite English. There's even speculation that maybe the difficulty of the EPL with so many English players is one of the reasons that it's harder to play at the international level. You're tired, it's a very punishing schedule, then when it comes time to play for your country, the punishing club schedule might actually harm you in the long run, as well as giving you that experience. All right, looks like play is finally restarted from the center. Coffeyville will be eager to get that goal back. And they're going to try right away to float the ball over the defense. Just plinks off a defender's head. Adele, looks like he got clipped there on his way to win the ball. Cowley player obviously disagrees, but you can disagree all you want with the referee. It's usually not going to help, and sometimes it can hurt. I'm actually racking my brains right now for a time when it actually has helped, just to see if I'm wrong, and I'm coming up with nothing. All right, Coffeyville kick at distance. How will they opt to take this? Very high is how they opt to take this. Perhaps a little bit too high. Judging by how that was hit, I'm guessing his intent was to float it over the defense, but just got a little too much power on it. Cowley goal kick all the way past midfield. Looks like it's headed out. Looks like a Cowley kick right here. Floated that in towards Walker, who easily fields it yet again. Outside of that one, and it was that one, he's picked up everything that's come his way. Ooh, kind of a dangerous touch back there. A little too much on that when you're sending it back to your keeper, but keeps his head, as he should. Sends it out to James Ingram on the left. To Daniel Johnson, fellow Englishman. Pushes it forward on the ground. Nice touch out to the wing. Coffeyville on the attack, stopped by a clean tackle from the Cowley defense. Pressed forward by James Ingram to keep them from gaining anything from it. Holds up play long enough so they can drop back. Looks like Brazil's back in the game. Good to see. Oh, wow. That is an unfortunate way to be beaten, but he's not going to gain anything from it. Easier to make sure that goes out than to risk that being a part of an attack. Looks like just under 5 minutes left in this first half. Does Coffeyville have it in them to equalize before the end? Daniel Johnson attempting a challenge. Not enough to pull it away, but enough possibly to make him... Oh, it looks like that was another foul called on CCC. I guess he did not like the looks of that challenge from Daniel Johnson. So once again, Cowley has a chance to float it in from a dangerous position. They do so. Oh, wow. Looks like he was in an offside position anyway. Still, oops is really the only word for that. Walker takes it short, allows play time to build. Daniel Johnson drops to James Ingram on the side, pushes it up the left, and it goes over the line for a Cowley throw-in. Brandon Contreras here on the near side has not seemed to have gotten much of a chance to influence the game. Can't seem to get it away from the far side. Traps, turns, plays it forward. Will they have a chance to run? Looks like it's just cleared out. The Cowley player, he knew the danger. That was Trey Silman making the attempt for the run. Very, very dangerous run. Half a step closer. That could have been a chance on goal. Drops it just outside the box. That's going to come off Coffeyville for a goal kick. Just under 3 minutes left to go. What can they do with the time remaining? Knocks the ball forward into Coffeyville's half. Whoa, a little dangerous there, but unfortunately gives it away in a dangerous position for Coffeyville. Cowley's up high. They want the chance at it. Matthew Vargas manages to keep him off the ball. Daniel Johnson picks it up, sends it forward, looking for Adele. Not quite. It'll just float back harmlessly to Walker. Brings it to the near side to Michael Galvin, who sends it forward to Brandon Contreras. Now's his chance. And, oh, looks like he got shoved off the ball there, and after what was a pretty nice-looking nutmeg. Unfortunately, couldn't do anything with it, but he does draw the foul, and that is always a good thing. Goes to the wing. Nice touch, bringing it down. Trey Silman, unfortunately, is unable to keep it. Daniel Johnson knocks him off the ball. James Ingram pushes it back. Goes all the way back. Plenty of room to turn around. Once again, they try on that left wing. They do like the far side. Nice win by Daniel Johnson. Tries to send it to Contreras. Able to keep it. Sends it back to Daniel Johnson. Back to Contreras. Couldn't quite turn with it. Looks like their run will come to nothing. It's going to be out for a Coffeyville throw. Throw in to Borges, who puts it right back. Again, Cowley content to let Coffeyville hold the ball deep in their own half. To Adele. Insaldo. To Jonathan Galvin, who puts it out back to Michael Galvin on the wing. Looking for Brandon Contreras. Couldn't quite get it through the defense. Oof, that was a bit of a messy challenge there. Definitely not going to get away with that one. Excuse me. Looks like he's not going to get up that easily, and halftime will be called. So we'll see you guys for the other half, and we'll see how this will all end up. See you then. All right, looks like we're about to start the second half. Coffeyville versus Cowley, the men's team, hoping to equalize the one goal scored by Cowley in the first half, perhaps even do better. The women's team unfortunately went down to Cowley the first time. It was a 3-2 game. Very high scoring, very exciting. Men are replicating that feat now. Ball goes back to James Ingram from Matthew Vargas to the goalie and back out to the right, far side, to Adele, and back to Jonathan Borges, to Daniel Johnson, and back to Adele. Good simple plays, good simple passing, waiting to create something. Looks like that touch was read by the midfielder, but the danger is averted by Jonathan Borges. Gorgeous Borges, as they call him. I really should call him by his real name. And already the attack is on from Cowley, although that's most likely not going to come to anything. Walker has no problem picking that up. To the outside to James Ingram from Adele and Saldo. Back to Jonathan Galvin. To the outside. Hoping to play it through. Looks like he's making a run. Not able to get it away. Looks like that was Mateus making a run in the center if you couldn't see him. He was ready to be played on, but a foul is called on Cowley. May have another chance to do that here. Coffeyville opts to take it short. Playing it safe for now, trying to draw Cowley forward. Back to Borges, to Johnson, back again. To Galvin, to Ingram. Wow, it's a big fight over the ball there from Matthew Vargas. Goes back to James Ingram, who in turn puts it back to Walker. Looks like Coffeyville is, despite being down a goal, is going to try to play this one carefully and patiently. Sometimes this can pay off. It's the best way to break down a heavy defense. Daniel Johnson plays it forward, hoping to find Brazil, but it's knocked out. Still, Coffeyville retains possession in the end on the far side. And it's on to Cowley, but will they keep it? Will anybody keep it? Looks like Cowley has a chance for a breakaway. And looks like he's going to go down hard for a foul called against Coffeyville. I believe that was Jonathan Borges who brought him down there. Foul occurred far outside the box. No danger of that there. Or it looks like it was actually a throw-in. No foul called at all. Looked like the Cowley player thought it was a foul. We thought it was a foul. But it's not. And isn't that what matters? Looks like they're going to opt for a long throw-in into the box. Headed away. Headed again by Ansaldo. And looks like he did not like the boots coming up that high. He's going to have dangerous play called on him there for an indirect free kick. Opts to drop to the outside. James Ingram been very active this whole game. Goes up to Matthew Vargas. Tries to play Ingram forward. Couldn't quite get to him. Looks like another Coffeyville throw-in. Ingram trying to find Vargas again. Might have wanted to leave that one be, but will go out instead for a Coffeyville throw. Daniel Johnson drops it back to Jonathan Borges. Back to Johnson. to the outside, back to Borges. Keeps it out on the far side. Adele picks it up, drops it back yet again, still looking for that opportunity to James Ingram on the left. Plays it forward and over the head of Brazil. Put some pressure on the goalie, force him to pick it up. Obviously, they have no problem with play taking a little bit longer since they are up by 1. Whoa, looks like Matthew Vargas actually was the one brought down there. No foul called. We'll just go to the throw-in from James Ingram. Back to Ingram, who then in turn plays it back to Jonathan Galvin. Back to Borges. Plays it forward. Looking for Vargas on the wing. If only he could have gotten ahead on that. That might have been enough to go forward with it. But ball still deep in Cowley's third. Vargas does get the header that time. Looks like a Cowley player went down. He's holding his boot, looks like. Recovers quickly after play is stopped. James Ingram puts it up, hoping to find Vargas, but the referee does not like what he saw in terms of physical play there. Daniel Johnson wins the header, knocks it forward. Oh, looks like there was a miscommunication there between the two Cowley players, but they still are able to keep it. James Ingram heads it forward, finds Johnson, back to Ingram. Plays it forward to Matthew Vargas, running forward, looking for some help. It's closed down hard by two Cowley players. Goes back to Jonathan Galvin, who puts it up again. Looks for him in the center. Can he beat the defender? No. Looks like the goalie is easily able to pick it up. Still, it's enough to keep them honest, keep them on their toes. Coffeyville's not out of this yet. They're playing very, very aggressively this time. When you're down a goal, you have no choice but to keep pushing forward, to keep looking for that attack. And Matthew Vargas will do that again on the near side. Brings it back. Looks for some help. Drops it back to Ingram. Back heel. Ingram's looking for a chance to send it in. Closed down by the Cowley midfield. And oh no, that could be bad. The referee is definitely going to have a card for that one. Not going to get away with that. Borges picks up his first yellow. That's 2 yellows in the whole game that have been offered so far, both to Coffeyville. And yes, anytime you disrupt what could have been a breakaway like that, you're pretty much going to earn a yellow. My guess is that Jonathan Borges knew that's what he had to do, and he did it. Looks like he didn't hurt anybody, which is good. Just decided that he would take that card for the team. Floating into the Coffeyville box. And looks like that's going to be out for Coffeyville goal kick. Played to James Ingram. Acres of space to do what he wants. Puts it forward to Vargas again. They've had a lot of good combination play. Looks like they're trying to push up that wing. Tries to drop it back to Vargas, but it does not quite make it to him. At the scramble to get back into position. James Ingram, who's up a little bit higher. Looks like there was some offsides right there. I think that was Brian Gonzalez coming back from an offside position. A good call by the linesman. That is exactly what happened. Looks like we've got a Cowley substitution. Got a new player in for Jonathan Borges. Also looks like Daniel Johnson is out. Is that Borges coming back on to the play? It looks like it. Will he be going back to his old position, or will he be pressing up further? And that's Wally, who's back on defense right now. I think Dirk Andrews had a cute name for him too, but oh, it was Wawa. That's how he called him. Okay, good. It's going to be good luck that I could remember that. Gives me a good feeling about this half. Goes to James Ingram from Walker in goal. So far played the entire game there. Turn from, looks like he was clipped. That is going to bring it back for a foul. That was Mateus again. Brazil almost on the breakaway. Very dangerous breakaway. All he would have had to do is turn left and then beat one more defender to have a chance on goal. Adele crosses it over to Wally Elefrance. Sends it back into the center where Borges is now holding. Oh, looks like they're not going to get a call from that. James Ingram picks it up. Drops it forward yet again. Cowley reads him. Knocks it forward. Knocks it forward, well, to no one, unfortunately for them. Michael Galvin easily picks that one up. Sends it to Wally Elefrance on the side. Brings it back to Jonathan Galvin. Forward to Borges, who's definitely playing in a midfield role right now. He had been on defense. Adele drops it back to Galvin. Looks like he opts to send it long off the head of a Cowley defender. Ingram to Vargas. Vargas to Ingram. Sends it forward again on the breakaway. Cowley sends it safely outside for a throw-in deep in their own territory for CCC. Looks like Matthew Vargas will be taking it. Unfortunately, it's lost very quickly. Cowley's pressing. Does not keep. Oh, it looks like they will get it right back. That call was against Adele and Saldo. Referee did not like the contact that he saw. Off the head of Coffeyville player, and it looks like Adele manages to keep it, or at least enough to grab a throw-in. It's kind of amazing, actually, that they managed to keep that for all the bounces it was taking. James Ingram brings it forward, gets it back, sends it back. Jonathan Galvin sends it up to Wally on the wing, gets closed down quickly. And looks like he may have drawn a foul there. Believe this is his first time to be subbed into the game, so he's already making an impact. Ball sent back to Coffeyville. No worries. Cowley just looking perhaps to run down the clock just a little bit. There are almost 33 minutes left, though. That's quite a lot of time to run down. But time flies when you're watching soccer. Close down attempts to hit it to Adele. Couldn't quite get it to him. Brian Gonzalez applies pressure. Sent to Coffeyville's third. Cleared out safely. Believe that was Jonathan. Throw in to, well, who's ever should be out there trying to get those soccer balls, really, because there was no player out there waiting for him. All right, looks like we have another sub. Looks like Matthew Vargas will be coming off. And in his place will be Brandon Contreras back on the wing with another chance to attack. James Ingram heads it forward. Oh! Looks like that contact will not warrant a call. Looks like there was a little bit more contact there. The referee is going to bring it back. Don't believe he's going to call anything on CCC for that. Just probably didn't want to take that throw in with the Cowley player on the ground right there. Ooh, race forward. Brian Gonzalez tried to close him down. Wally Elephant's now closing him down. Coffeyville player scrambling for that ball. A slide tackle from Adele knocks it away from them, but not completely away. They are going to press for this. No one is going to win a ball easily in this game. James Ingram on the outside plays it through the two attacking Cowley players. To Wally on the outside. Looks like they're moving cleanly. They were moving cleanly up the right side. On the far side, could not keep it, though. And we have another substitution. This time it looks like Cowley players coming on. And looks like the attack is on yet again. Coffeyville holding it. Brandon Contreras pushes it to Adele Ansaldo, brings it to the wing. Borges pretends to take a strike, instead just drops it to Ingram, who himself drops it to Contreras. Gets into position, tries to put it into the box to create a little bit of danger, and wow, I feel sorry for the person who has to go get that one, because that is a long way out. All right, Cowley goal kick with 29 minutes left to go. Looks like Daniel Johnson is back on, and Wiley Elefrance is off. Shicky back on, up at front, right wing. Adele Ansaldo drops it back to Daniel Johnson. Sends it forward to Daniel Contreras, who sends it to Shicky. Can't quite get it under control there. Cowley is not out of danger yet. Opt to send it out. Seems like for this last, 5 or 10 minutes or so, Coffeyville's been doing all the attacking. When Cowley gets it, they tend to send it straight forward. Just back to no one. Does that signal positive play from CCC, a chance at something big? Or does that just mean that Cowley is putting up an iron wall and parking the bus? That can work. It has worked in the past. But will it work now? Wow. That one's definitely going to be a call for Jonathan Borges. Man might not know his own strength. And it looks like he is going to stay down. Well, I guess this is as good a time as any to take a bit of a breather on the field, rehydrate, have some orange slices. Once again, for everybody watching on YouTube, welcome to the stream. Feel free to leave comments and let us know how everything goes. If you like the broadcast, if you like the stream quality, if you have questions or comments or even concerns, things you think we could do better, please let us know. We're happy to hear from you. You can leave a comment directly on the YouTube video when it goes up. Or if you prefer, you can email redraventv@coffeyville.edu for any official questions. Go straight to Rocky Restivo, in charge of the digital media program, handles all of the streaming. Well, I should say he is in charge of all the streaming. I actually have several people up here right now doing an excellent job, both filming and documenting everything. Runs like a well-oiled machine up here, really. So again, that's redraventv@coffeyville.edu. Just contact us with anything you might want to say. All right, looks like he's going to walk off the field. Hope he's okay back there. Looks like there's some conversation between the linesman and the center referee. Looks like we'll have another substitution. All right, Cowley sends it forward, but excellent header right there. Will they be able to do anything with it? Could they seal up this lead at 2-0? That would be a very comfortable lead to have, especially with the defense they've been fielding. But they're going to have to fight for it. Throw in from Brandon Contreras. And looks like I'm still wrong. Throw in from James Ingram. Tries to find Schicky. Can't quite. Whoa, Borges took a bit of a shove there from behind. But again, he is such a big guy. He's hard to knock over. He's not go to ground trying to find that foul. It's always good. And goes out for a Coffeyville throw-in. Whoops. Looks like I had to throw in. Yeah, I did not like that. There were two different players trying to take that throw in. No one was really sure who was taking it and where. So now James Ingram takes the throw. Bounces off of Brian Gonzalez. Daniel Johnson presses forward, wins it, drops it back. Back forward to the midfield on the far side. And the ball will travel out for another Coffeyville throw. Sends it to Adele Ansaldo, who sends it right back. Unfortunately, loses it in the Cowley defensive third. So now they're pressing forward again. Another long ball, but this one lays beautifully to be caught. But speaking of beautiful, that was a beautiful tackle right there. Cleans up the danger. Easy as you like. And pressing once again to the outside, but not going to fool him that easily. And it's out for a Cowley throw. That was Brazil on the attack right there, keeping everyone contained. And Cowley opts to take the throw-in into the box, tries to turn with it, can't quite do it. Not with that kind of pressure. Headed out by, I think that was Carlos Maldonado. And it goes forward for what's going to be a Cowley throw-in to restart the play. Still 25 minutes or so left in play. Plenty of time for something to happen. Not that a lot of stuff is not happening. By stuff to happen, I mean a goal. James Ingram wins it back. Drops it to Adele Ansaldo. Gives it to Borges. Turns. Back to Daniel Johnson. To the wing. To Carlos. Then sends it forward. Oh! Wasn't able to pick that up. Now it's about a 2-on-3. There's a mad break for the ball. Daniel Johnson tries to get back. He needs to be careful not to foul him. Not at that angle. He doesn't, but enough to slow him down. So Jonathan Galvin can at least try to avert the danger a bit. Cowley still has the ball. Ooh, did not notice Trey Silman coming from the back there. Adele Ansaldo with a very nice volley to Schicky. Back to Adele Ansaldo. Oh, that looks like definitely a foul right there. Looks like he wanted a card because he did have a breakaway, and he does have something of an argument there. But again, arguments against refs rarely draw any sort of positive things for the player. Borges takes it quickly to Johnson, to Ansaldo. Ansaldo looking for some help on the wing. Looks like he's going to get it. Could not beat the defender on that one. Shielded the ball out for a Cowley goal kick. Cowley comfortable to let the clock run down just a little bit, but again, still 23 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. Another long ball into Coffeyville territory. And out for a throw-in. I believe that was Carlos on the header, if I'm not mistaken. Whoa, a little bit of danger there in the box. Oh, was that going to be a foul? No foul, the referee says. Relief for Coffeyville. That would have been in a very, very rough spot. Borges pushes forward to Adele, to Schicky, back to Adele. Loses it. Has his pocket picked. And it looks like they're going to draw the foul there. And he does get up. Another long ball into Coffeyville territory. Can't seem to win those, though. Seems to be consistently going to Coffeyville. Lane Schicky pushing up on the far side. Loses it, attempts to get it back. Cannot keep it. But that does not mean that Cowley is going to run away with it. It's still anyone's ball at this point. Possession is all over the map. Oh, overcommitted there. Is he going to regret that? No. James Ingram is where he needs to be. He anticipates it to Daniel Johnson. Back to Johnson. To Schicky. Could not keep it. It's going to go out for a Coffeyville throw. I feel like I should have a ticker every time I say that. Or maybe I should get paid extra every time that happens. All right, looks like we're making some subs. I think that was Schicky who came off. And looks like we're going back to Brazil up front. Play shifts to the near side. Very well disciplined midfield from Cowley. Say what you will. They are putting up a good defense. They are frustrating Coffeyville at every turn. Adele wins the ball cleanly. Goes to Daniel Johnson in midfield. Presses it forward to Trey Silman. Turns. Looks to find Brazil. Can't. Goes back to Borges. To Adele. Tries to find Brandon Contreras. Does. Who then tries to backheel it in to Brazil. Can't quite pull it off. And James Ingram again where he needs to be. Makes me wonder what sort of game we'd be seeing if he weren't there. Most people don't think. The guy at left back, isn't that where they put you not to do any damage? But he has been a huge help to Coffeyville this whole time. He's been creating plays. He's moving up when there's the chance for something bigger to come from it. And his touches have been pretty solid, too. Full disclosure, I may or may not have played left back in high school. Very important position. Oh, yeah, you're not going to get away with that right there. Little too strong, little too from behind. Oh, wait, did he just signal for a throw-in? Well, shows what I know then. It is a throw-in. He got away with it. You can. Head it out to Adele. Attempts to head it forward to back to Cowley. And out for a throw. Just over 18 minutes left in this half. Time is ticking away. Coffeyville throw. But first, Coffeyville subs. Let's see, who do we have coming off here? Looks like Brandon Contreras is back off. I don't think that's the last we'll see of him, though. Looks like Trey Silman got subbed back on. Excuse me, not Trey Silman. Luis Organzo. Have to say his real name. To Daniel Johnson. Sends it forward into the center. No one there ready for it. It was a great idea if only someone had been anticipating it. So forced to put pressure on the goalie to make him pick it up. Mateus threatening, but ultimately unable to close him down. Uh-oh. Looks like that was a yellow card. Yes, he did kind of go hard in to the Cowley player's chest. Or at least I think so. No, he's calling that on the Cowley player. He must have, because that is a Coffeyville kick. Looks like that was number 14. Looks like the coach definitely didn't think that was a card, but again, you can argue all you want, but it's just not going to happen. Never works. I will let you know the second I see it when it does work. If anybody has seen it work, post a comment. Let us know. We'd be excited to hear. It's like finding a 5-leaf clover. And looks like Coffeyville takes it short again. It's been sort of the theme of the day. Looks like that's out for a Cowley throw. Just barely out for a Cowley throw. Again, you wonder if that's going to be the strategy, if that will change, if they will opt for some longer ones. Like, is that what Cowley is anticipating? Are they used to Coffeyville making those short attacks? Will it pay off? It could pay off. Looks like not this time. Looks like the intended target was Gonzo right there. He wanted it and got shielded away by the defender, enough to slow him down, so the goalie can easily pick it up. Whoa, went through quite a few players before it found Cowley defender. So turns, beats Borges, but will Borges stay beaten? Looks like he was in an offside position right there. No danger. Got to be careful not to do that. You don't want to have the refs see you try to waste time when it's not your ball. It's a good way to earn a yellow card and a subsequent sub. Oh, but it looks like... Oh, no! What will happen there? Is he going to bring it back? He will bring it back and point to the spot. Looks like a PK for Cowley. Here's their chance to extend their lead. Looks like the argument was you gave him the advantage. You let him take the shot, and then you brought it back. But again, does not matter. You cannot argue with the referee. Or you can, but you won't get anything out of it. It was definitely looked like a foul in the box. But again, there's always the question. If you call advantage and you let them play, you can bring back a foul if they lose possession of it, but that was a full-on shot. Stopped by Walker. A little bit. There will be some discussion about that one later on, I think. So how will he opt to do it? Statistically, most players tend to go to their favored side. So if he's left-footed, we'll swing to Walker's left. And if he's right-footed, to Walker's right. It's about 60%. Not much of a percent, but when you're a goalkeeper trying to defend a PK, you take what you can get. Looks like he is right-footed. Will it go to Walker's right? Will he anticipate it? Oh, my! Wow. Did not go to his right, and it's a good thing that Walker didn't get fooled by that either. Very, very nice. I'd applaud for him up here, but A, he couldn't hear me, and B, it would probably echo really badly into this mic. Still, That is what we like to see. I would have really hated to go 2-0. Whoa. Hey, we've got a little bit of contact right there. Guys got to be careful. Got to keep it under control. Still got 15 minutes here. Asking the linesman, what did you see? What happened? Who was at fault? Definitely looks like things are starting to get a bit physical there. But like I was saying before, a close game is what you want. 1-0 is exciting. 2-0, it's a little depressing with 15 minutes left to go. I'm perfectly happy with a 1-0 game. Ball bouncing around in the box just to be played back to Coffeyville in defense. Looks like Michael Galvin is there to pick it up. Knocks it forward, back into the center of the box. Falls for Trey Silman. Looks like he can't quite get away from it enough to get a clear shot. Tries to turn around. Cannot keep it. Still, Coffeyville will keep it. It goes, oh, no, they will not. Looks like it was another foul called on Coffeyville. Did not see what prompted that call. I'm going to assume it was... Trey Silman was fighting to win the ball back. Another long ball into Coffeyville territory. And a Coffeyville throw. Borges heads it forward, looking for Trey Silman again. Out for another Coffeyville throw. Just under 14 minutes left to go. Looks like Schicky is being sent back in to provide some energy to the attack. Wow, you can hear, well, you actually cannot hear, but I'll be happy to tell you the crowd is going crazy down there. There's a lot of yelling, a lot of pressure on both Cowley to maintain their lead and Coffeyville to disrupt that lead. Excellent win on that header by Borges. Kelly knocks it into the box. Oh, dangerous area, but manages to clear it away for another throw-in. Coffeyville going forward again. Borges with the ball. Sends it very long to Adele. Racing after it. Not going to let it go. Manages to keep it in. Oh, and almost manages to keep it. Oh, wow. Daniel Johnson just said hi to him, and I don't think he liked it. The ref didn't see, though. No foul called. Back to Jonathan Galvin. Forward yet again. Ooh, Lane Schicky could not quite bring that back around. It looks like it is out for Cowley. And actually, no, it's not out for Cowley. It is a free kick for Cowley. I wish we had a tally of all the fouls, because I'll bet if we looked at them, this second half would have been have quite a few more. That is how you can tell that things are tense. Statistically, most goals are scored in the second half. I say that, and then Cowley has it near the Coffeyville box, flicks it up, but looks like it traveled out for a Coffeyville goal kick. Another chance to attack with just over 10 minutes remaining. Plenty of time for a goal to happen. Some more substitutions. Oh, he forgot. Matthew Vargas forgot he was wearing his mesh shirt there. It's okay. No harm. You could tell his one thought is, I need to get in there. I need to do something. Who has time to worry about fashion? And out for a Coffeyville throw. Quick turnaround from Matthew Vargas. We'll just leave it for James Ingram to take. Vargas and Ingram have been a good duo this game. I think it's just a matter of time till they can make something happen. Jonathan Galvin wins the header, gets taken down, no foul called. Cleared out by Michael Galvin. And we are down to just about 9 minutes here. I'm starting to feel kind of like an alarm clock. I'm sure that you can see it too, but it is nervous. What can they do? Looks like there's some conversation between the center ref and the Coffeyville coach. Somehow I doubt they're talking about how nice it is outside here tonight, which is a shame because it is very nice out here tonight. It's always a beautiful day for the beautiful game, or beautiful evening in this case. Cowley drops it forward. Walker picks it up. Does not even worry about the Cowley player. He had to climb over for it. Goes outside to James Ingram. Forward to Borges. Back. It's Jonathan Galvin. Just too heavy of a touch right there. Could not get it under control. Daniel Johnson sees the ball out. I don't think he was ready for that high of a throw-in right there. I could see he tried to stop himself, but he already had too much forward momentum. Cowley tries to win it back. James Ingram slide tackles cleanly, knocks it out. Not going to have any of that nonsense on his side of the field. Long throw in from Cowley into the box. Yet again, they like those long plays. But so far, not too much has come from it. If anything, it seems maybe that's been their strategy all along, just to kind of slow down the game a little bit. Keep Coffeyville from recuperating and attacking. All right, looks like a foul was called. What are we going to do? Will we take another short one, or will we try? It looks like, yes, another short one to Daniel Johnson. Oh, wow, that was a bit of a hard touch. He's going to have to send it back to Walker, a little off balance, but that's all he can do. Luckily, no worries. Ingram to Galvin. To Borges. Whoa, wow. Didn't trap that quite the way he wanted to. About 6 minutes left remaining in the game. And we have a player down. Does that mean we'll need to stop time here? Or will he be... Yes, we got the signal to stop time. with just under 6 minutes left to go. We're just waiting to make sure the Cowley player is okay. Hope everyone out there is having a pleasant evening. After this, we don't have to be done with soccer. As you know, Wednesday, have some Champions League games. My own team, Chelsea, will be playing against Tel Aviv, I believe, but a lot of other big games out there today. For all of you who were watching earlier, definitely some upsets. Manchester United loses to PSV. And a shocker there. I believe it was 1-0 or 2-1. A loss happened. That's what matters. Manchester City also lost to Juventus, which I believe that was the 2-1 loss, actually, and Manchester United lost by just a single goal to 0. So as you can see, not a good day to be from Manchester. Luckily, none of our students are from Manchester, so hopefully they weren't too broken up. Otherwise, pretty unsurprising that PSG would win, and so would Real. If there are any fans of Real out there, will be very happy. Okay, speaking of very happy, it looks like it's time for play to begin again. It's getting sad. A little behind him there. Not really much he could have done with that other than try not to lose it, which, unfortunately for him, that's exactly how it's going to go down. It's a Coffeyville throw. So nice acrobatics by Matthew Vargas there. If he ever decides he doesn't want to be a soccer player, he can always be on the track team. Looks like number 14, Ryan Curley, is in for, I believe, his first time in the game. So put in to make a difference here very, very late. Jonathan Galvin pressured into losing the ball. Thankfully, not behind him. That could have been a disaster at this late stage in the game. Looks like Ryan gets his first touch on the ball. Sadly, not too much comes of it, but still time. Daniel Johnson plays it forward. Ryan Curley plays it back to him, and it travels out for a Coffeyville throw. If I had a nickel for every time I've said that, I'd have enough at least stop at the dollar menu on my way home. That was kind of a fancy touch back. Unfortunately, it will just end up leading to another Coffeyville throw. To Daniel Johnson. Sends it forward to Ryan. Looks like Coffeyville will not win. Coffeyville plays it forward yet again, headed away by Cowley defense. One in the air by Adele to Daniel Johnson off of James Ingram. Still in the center. Ouch. Oh, wow. Says to call time right there while he gives a card to number 8 from Cowley. Mateus is tough, though. He's not going to stay down. They make him tough in Brazil, of course. So just under 3.5 minutes left to go. Time is stopped here while we recollect everything, and we'll have Coffeyville with a good chance here to try to float that in and create something dangerous. Cowley goalkeeper has not had too much danger, but this might be it. Oh, excellent flick on by Ryan. Couldn't quite get it where it needed to be. Came off of a defender. Daniel Johnson sends it back into the outside to Adele. Can't pick it up. Past Johnson this time to Borges on the outside. Clipped away by the Cowley defense. Pops up in the air for Ingram to try to collect. Sadly cannot. Out for another throw-in with only 3 minutes left to go. Matthew Vargas fights to win it. Cannot keep it. Johnson is able to win it. Cleared out for a Coffeyville throw. James Ingram to take it. 2 minutes, 40 seconds. Wasting no time. Adele heads it forward looking for Ryan Kersey at the front. Again out for a Coffeyville throw. Oh, looks like did not care for that. There is another card shown. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is the 4th card shown this game. Looks like number 23 on Cowley. The previous one, not long ago, went to number 8. All right, this is at a dangerous spot. If you can just arc that in, what a game this would be. What a game it is. But just think of what could be. Coffeyville has to be careful not to press too far forward. If you're in an offside position, it won't mean anything, and it's floated in. Oh, that looks great! Oh, it looked great, but sadly could not get a good touch on it. Oh, that's exactly where you want it to go, too. It was about chest height. Floated in it just the way that you could just slam your head on it and put that into the back of the net, but could not connect. It's not as easy as they make it look sometimes. Still, time is not out. About 2 minutes left to go. Coffeyville not about to concede the game without a fight. Vargas tries to pick it up. Oh, looks like it's going nowhere except for outside. Luckily, we have our handy ball catchers there, eager to keep play going. Don't know what we do without them. A lot of ball chasing, that is for sure. Just over 1 minute left. Time is ticking away. Oh, thought that was a Coffeyville throw. It is not. It is a Cowley throw. Exactly 1 minute. Cowley hoping that they can hold on. They've kept this lead for almost the entire game. But can they keep it in these crucial final seconds? Get a throw in. Now is their chance to return to possession. Ooh, Adele is knocked off the ball. Gets right back up. Wants to play it quickly. Just under 30 seconds. It's going to send it long. Probably the first time it's been sent long from that position. And looks like it's outside to Mateus, who then sends it forward. Just keeps it in. What can he do with it? These last seconds of the game. Looks like that's probably going to be where we wind out of time if Cowley is smart enough to keep it. And I'm sure they are. And looks like that's going to be game. Looks like they were even upset, maybe hoping for a PK there, but I'm sure they'll be happy to take the win as it is. So there you go, 0-1 at the end of full time. Not a boring game, that is for sure. A lot of action, I wouldn't say a lot of cards, a few cards, but, plenty of physical play. Lots of fun to be had. Thank you for everybody, by the way, who were in the comments, who were letting us know how things were going. We're always happy to hear from you. And, hey, don't forget to join us again for our future home games. We've got... subscribe to Red Raven TV on YouTube. Not only will we be broadcasting the soccer games, but also the football games and the volleyball games. All kinds of fun stuff, basically. And you won't have to deal with me for those, so that's okay. So you can just watch them and enjoy it instead. So we'll see you guys next time. Have a good evening.